More than 5 million Australians visit Southeast Asia every year, but recently there has been a series of deadly events across the region.
Exercise a high degree of caution.
Considering a ceasefire, dangers of heavy fire. For Aussie travellers, there is a mixed bag of travel warnings and advice for different areas. Here in Thailand, a violent and bloody conflict at the border with Cambodia is just the latest incident like this.
Escalating violence along the Thailand-Cambodia border.
And how we're doing with Thailand.
Both sides to exercise maximum restraint.
We're in the capital, Bangkok, to try and make some sense of some of these warnings.
First of all, Thailand is very safe, okay? We try everything to end it very quickly.
Minister, are you confident this ceasefire will hold?
Yeah.
Australians are still told not to go within 50 kilometres of the Thai-Cambodian border. The clashes there killed dozens on both sides, civilians and soldiers. Some 250,000 people were forced to evacuate their homes. For Australian families sitting at home and they turn on the television and they see Thailand and Cambodia and there's rockets firing and buildings being destroyed and people having to evacuate and people killed. If they have a trip planned to Thailand or they were considering visiting Thailand, what's your message when they see that and think, I don't want to go to a place?
Okay, well, like I said, it's only happened and affect 7 provinces, but mostly Australian did not go to that area anyway. The most popular location that Australian goes is Bangkok, Phuket, Phang Nga.
It's such an odd thing when you live in a country like Thailand, which is so friendly and peaceful. In Thailand, it's something that you don't expect. So it hit home, and it hit home for me especially because my wife is from a border province, which you could see she was scared about what was happening and maybe impacting her family. And
how is your family going?
They're good. They're great. They're in good spirit. Like we're just trying to get on with our lives. We don't want to be fighting with our neighbor. Obviously, we have a long-standing relationship. We're still a beautiful country. We love our tourists.
Wow. So let's make a martini. Like my
Governor, Australians love visiting Thailand and Bangkok. There's rockets being fired and people being killed. They might think twice about coming here. What's your message on that?
That's a sad event, for the border conflict. We wouldn't want it to happen. But it's from Bangkok, it's quite far away, 300 kilometers. So right now it affects mainly only people in the province around the border. So if you come to visit Bangkok, you won't see any effect on that. But if you plan to go to Cambodia through the border, it might affect you. So I think mostly 99% of the tourists won't have any impact on this conflict.
I guess we did have a little bit of a concern, but we were researching on, I think it's like the Smart Traveller website, and I spoke to a couple of people that I know in Brisbane who are from like Myanmar, and they said like, oh, it'll be okay, just don't go to that particular area, but you'll be fine. So
I just live in constant delusion that I'll be okay no matter what.
But we did actually go past a protest yesterday, so that was quite eye-opening.
Here at the Victory Monument in Bangkok, there have been almost weekly protests for months now. Politics here is often unstable, and the country is seeing a rise in nationalism. Large protests are just one of the risks that the Australian government warns of. Elsewhere in the region, there's warnings in place of deadly methanol poisoning from cocktails served at bars. Last year, 2 teenage girls from Melbourne died after consuming drinks in Laos. In March this year, one of Bangkok's newest office towers was nearing completion here. Still under construction, it was 33 stories tall when a monster 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit the region. bringing the entire building crashing down to earth.
These incredibly tall cranes were erected not only to drop specialist rescue workers on top of this mountain of rubble, but also to begin removing it from the top down, delicately, piece by piece, in hope that survivors lay beneath.
There was a mass shooting at a market here in Bangkok, the Auto Core market, where a man rocked up with a gun and shot dead 5 people before killing himself. It's understood the man held a grudge with the security staff at the market. He killed 4 security guards and a vendor who worked at this market here. In June, explosives were found outside Phuket International Airport, prompting the Australian government to update its advice for this country.
Okay, that's a tragedy too. I think it's a random things that happen, some conflict between the people there. So, but in Bangkok, that's not common, very rare, And
because it is so popular and so in the limelight, anything that pops up like that does have a big impact.
Did that see a dip at all in visitation?
In some part. Yesterday I checked, about like 7,000 canceled.
Yeah. How important is tourism to Bangkok?
Very important because last year we are the most visited cities in the world, like 30 plus million people visit. And tourists create big economy, and very long supply chain. So I think it's very important for us.
We hope that the ceasefire holds and that it doesn't escalate to any level. But yeah, I mean, it's just something like the earthquake. You never associate Thailand with these type of events, earthquakes or war, or anything like that. So, and I think also that's why it impacts tourism so much, because Thailand is painted as this paradise and everything's perfect. So one little negative and like the whole construct of this as paradise on earth, gets tarnished and people start to think about other options of places to holiday.
Does it have a negative impact on business and tourism here?
Yeah, I think an unfortunate situation happened in every city, But I think so we have to improve from what happened and then lesson learned. But I think in Bangkok you don't see that many often, Maybe some like earthquake, it happened to other cities too. But I think the recovery very, very quick.
What are some of the favourite draw cards that bring lots of Australians here?
Well, I would say the activities, people, food, and the hospitality. That's what I try to keep in mind for Thai people, that we have the Thai smile, and don't lose that.
I mean, Thailand gets a bit of a bad rap for being a place that's dangerous. I've always got my mum on the phone to me after reading some article or hearing something in the news, worried beyond belief about me living in Thailand, when actually I find it to be a super safe place. You just feel welcome here from day one.
Are we ready? Everybody, 3, 2, 1.
And there's so many similarities between Thai culture and Greek culture and also Aussie culture, being super focused around tourism and welcoming people, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice place to live. So we brought a little bit of our restaurant back in Sydney to Bangkok.
Fantastic.
And trying to share the Greek culture with Thai people, which is something kind of new.
Very good.
About 30 years ago. So I grew up working in the restaurant, behind the bar, on the floor, cleaning up a lot of smashed plates. Fine dining is kind of done.
Yeah.
It's all about fun dining. So we wanted a space where people can interact. The tables are sturdy enough that you can get on, stand on the tables, smash plates, party all night. So.
And then you've got an unreal view.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much located in the center of Bangkok. You've got, first of all, the climate is amazing most of the year.
Yeah.
So people just love to be out, looking over the city. And there's been a real explosion in rooftop bars over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Every hotel's got a new rooftop space. I think Aussies are very welcome in Thailand.
We noticed that we were here covering that earthquake, and people who are there, they've been working on the
disaster zone all day, or their relatives are people missing, and they're trying to look after us while we're there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's I've got 50 staff members, and you know we are kind of like a little ESOP family, and they're looking out for us, and likewise I'm looking out for them, and it's very much that vibe. The dangers happen in real like niche parts. So like, you know, in a certain part of Phuket, which is known for attracting a certain type of person, you know, you're going to find that type of trouble. But for the bulk of the country and the bulk of experiences you'll have here, you'll never encounter that. You could take a grab bike here with not wearing a helmet, and you know that's a very dangerous thing to be doing, and many people will do that and get into trouble.
But you wouldn't get on a bike not wearing a helmet in Sydney or Melbourne.
Exactly,
right?
and this is what I'm saying. Like, if you live smart, this is not a more dangerous place than anywhere else. In fact, I think it's a much safer place than most places.
So as long as you have your wits about you a little,
exactly,
you can come to Southeast Asia and have a great time.
Exactly, but I think that's the thing when people come to these parts, because there is a freedom to pretty much run your own show. If you don't have your own control system kind of set, you might end up in trouble. You know, that's what it comes down to. I've lived here for 8 years. I lived in Phuket for a year. You know, touch wood, I've never encountered any troubles of any sort. Tourism is the heart of what Thailand's all about.
Yeah, I think that's
so you're gonna
what
get amazing service. You're gonna get amazing value for money.
Last year, we received about almost 800,000 Australian visitors to Thailand. Last month, it dropped for about like 3%, about 2,000 people.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Safe travels today. The Australian government, they have a list of formal advice for people going overseas. On the list for Thailand, it also mentions there's an ongoing risk of terrorism in the country.
I think terrorism is a risk for every city, I think, and we have to take precaution on it. But there's no incident for a long time, you know. And I think you see Bangkok is a quite inclusive society, you know, it's a city that we embrace everyone. So we don't have major conflict between religions or genders or anything, you know. So I think we are very peaceful and very safe city. Come back again. Yeah, come visit Bangkok. We are waiting for you.